What's up guys, welcome back to Gaming Lost Casual, and today I'm going to be doing another anime related video. Basically today I'm going to be talking about two characters from Naruto. Obito Uchiha and Kakashi Hatake. And I'm going to be talking about their inconsistencies and the war arc and how they've been breaking rules has been previously established in the series itself. Now the first one I'm going to start with is Obito Uchiha. I got a list too. I came prepared, okay? Can't hold up. Alright, you can't see no words on there, but it's words on here, right? I came with a list. Alright, with everything I need on here. Alright, so basically the first thing I'm gonna be talking about is Obito. Obito's Renegon basically, and she's staring at me. And I'm basically gonna be talking about how Obito at the beginning of the war arc, Obito was, you remember how basically at the beginning of the war arc, this dude was getting so much hype on him, like mad hype, and he was talking about my left eye is itching for battle. Really? Look, it was mad people talking about this dude was gonna be the next Pain, he's gonna be on some Nagato level. They was giving him feats he never even had yet. Like, it was mad fans with this dude, but he never used it. And it was given an explanation like what? 60 chapters later? Nah, son. And the explanation we did get was really vague. But the explanation, it made sense. But the problem I had with it was that the explanation should have been given from the get-go. Like it should have been established right at the gate. Right at the beginning of the war arc. It should have been, look. He said my left eye is itching for battle. So we assume he's gonna use it, and now he's able to use it. So every fight he gets into in the war arc, every confrontation he has with someone, we expect him to be using some new abilities, using some more Renegon techniques, but he doesn't. Good example of this. When Obito was fighting Kakashi and Naruto, the only thing he used the Renegon for was to control the tailed beast with the Geto Mazu. That's it. That's it. He got smacked in the face with the Rasengan. Didn't use it. Nope. Just didn't. Just didn't use it. Well, matter of fact, it was only explained when Obito was in his comedy world with Sakura. He explained how Madara, because he only had one Renegon, wasn't at full power. But once he get the second one, he will be monstrous. And he was. He wasn't lying. But the fact that it took that long just to get an explanation on why Obito wasn't able to use the Renegon efficiently is a problem. It's a problem. It's a huge problem. Next thing I have to talk about Obito is Obito being able to compete with Madara via fire style jutsu. When Madara and Obito used their fire style jutsu against the Ninja Alliance, Obito's, I believe it was called fire style spiraling bomb jutsu against the Ninja Alliance, it was on par with Madara's fire style, fire annihilation jutsu. I think that's what it was called. I was able to be on par with that. Obito has no feats of this. He just doesn't. He's had no feats previously. He has no feats now of being able to use a fire style jutsu of that magnitude. He just doesn't. If we go back to the flashbacks with Obito and Kakashi, Obito was barely able to use a regular fireball jutsu. Alright, I'm done with that. Obito's spirit coming back. This has something to do with the latest Naruto chapter. You can probably understand that. This dude basically got disintegrated. Essentially just got disintegrated. And the only thing that remained of him was ashes. The only thing that remained of this dude was ashes. And you're telling me that because he had enough chakra left in his body or whatever, which he didn't even have one at that point, but because he had enough chakra left, he could cross the boundary between life and death and go into Kakashi's soul and give him his remaining chakra that he isn't even supposed to have, and give him the Sharingan and enough chakra to be able to use perfect Susanoo off the gate when Kakashi isn't even in Uchiha? Listen, Obito, whether he was in limbo, whether he was in heaven, I don't know, I don't care. What the other dudes did, Madara and Don, what they did was different from what Obito did. Why? Because when they did their jutsus as spirits, you saw them. You saw their spirits leave their bodies. And then before they actually vanished or disappeared into this limbo world or heaven world, they was able to use a jutsu to be able to give their final words or be able to do the reverse reanimation jutsu, the reverse hand signs, and stay, like Madara. But Obito didn't do this. This dude got disintegrated. He didn't have a body. His spirit vanished. He was in, I don't know where he was. He was gone. He was just gone. This dude was nowhere to be found. He was up there in where, I don't know. He was up there somewhere. Or down there. I don't know. But we didn't see Obito's spirit start floating up into the sky and use some type of hand sign to give Kakashi chakra. He was just gone. He just died. He was D-O-N-E. Gone. I said done, but forget it. That was a fail, but forget it. Look. Madara, we saw his spirit leave his body as an Edo Tensei. He used the reverse hand signs to be able to bring his spirit back to that body. Then we saw Don use a jutsu when his spirit left his body, and that jutsu was also a spirit related jutsu, so he was able to stay alive long enough to be able to fly to Tsunade, give her a little bit of chakra and some final words. But he used the jutsu to do it. But Obito, oh well, I don't want Kakashi ruining our moment, so I'm going to use Kamui to come back to the world of the living even though I'm dead. How does that make any sense? Alright, so I'm done with the Obito thing. Going on to the Kakashi thing. Oh, wait. No, I'm not done with that yet. Wait, I am done with the Obito thing. But moving on to this Chakra connects the two worlds. There's something wrong with that. Well, what's wrong with that? Well, it's actually very simple, actually. Chakra connecting the two worlds. That can't be true, because if Obito can get disintegrated, going to heaven or wherever he was, and decide, well, since I have enough chakra left, might as well just give it to Kakashi and my Sharingan while I'm at it, and tell him a couple last words. No, it doesn't work like that, son. If that's true, then how come when Jiraiya died by pain, he wasn't able to come back from the world of the living and give Naruto some last words? Why didn't he come back down and say, oh, well, I'm going to warn you about pain because he's pretty strong, and here's what I figured out about him? Why couldn't he do that? Why did Minato and Kushina need to use some type of sealing jutsu? Why did they have to seal their chakra into Naruto when apparently, since both worlds is connected via chakra, why couldn't Minato just come back down to the world of the living when Naruto was a teenager and say, this is what happened before he died? Couldn't he do that? It makes no sense. Why? Listen, this is a great point, actually. Why, when Ren died, she didn't come back from limbo or wherever she was to tell Obito, this is what happened. Kakashi didn't kill me because he wanted to. I jumped in the way because it was mist ninjas trying to lead us to the village, because they knew once we get there, the three tails inside of me would go crazy and destroy the village. Why didn't she tell Obito that? Why didn't she say it wasn't Kakashi's fault, so don't be mad at him? Is that outside of her boundaries? Doesn't make sense whatsoever. Moving on. Moving on. Kakashi and the Kamui hacks. Kakashi, throughout the war arc, has been spamming Kamui, like on some other level type stuff. Kakashi, well, he even attempted to warp a Jubitil Beast Bomb. Whoa, listen. The Jubi, well, no, that episode just dropped. The Jubitil Beast Bomb, I remember this in the manga too, was huge. Even bigger than the ones Killer Bee and Naruto can use. Way bigger. In fact, the Jubi's Tail Beast Bomb dwarfs Naruto's and Killer Bee's Tail Beast Bomb. The explosion from this thing, where Minato warped it, teleported it into some random body of water, and teleported back. That they was able to feel the shockwave from that explosion from where they were at the battlefield. Now, given there wasn't really it wasn't really they didn't really tell us how far away it actually was, but we can infer that it had to be quite a few. It had to be far away. Why would Minato warp a Jubitil Beast Bomb close to the battlefield? Why would he do something like that? It would make more sense to teleport it far away, doesn't it? And I'm pretty sure that's what he did. That's the most logical explanation of what happened. Well, this shockwave hit them, and it blew everyone away. It just... Now, they were still alive. No one died. But to feel such a shockwave from an explosion not far away is phenomenal. And Kakashi actually thought he could warp something like this away. I'm like, bro, Bruh, like, you've been given some hacks powers. Like, you've been spamming Kamui. But I don't think you'll be able to warp something like this away. And he didn't, which is good. But even so, before that, he was still spamming Kamui. Before that, he Look. Kakashi was given a feat that he never had before. He was able to warp an entire tail beast, the 8-tailed fox, into his Kamui world and then spit him back out onto tail beast bound to Jubi. When has Kakashi been able to do that? Warp something into his Kamui, then teleport it out? He's never been able to do something like that. He just hasn't. That was another inconsistency. How he was just given some bullcrap mid-fight power-up. Was never explained how he was able to do that. Just carried on like it was normal. I'm like, how could he do this? Warp an entire tailed beast? The 8-tailed ox? Yeah, whatever. Kakashi Perfect Susanoo. Obito comes back to the world of the living as a spirit. Somehow. And then gives Kakashi some chakra and his Sharingan. Now, a problem right there within itself is the fact that Obito shouldn't even have had any chakra. Obito was before he got disintegrated, he was on his last legs. This dude was depending on Sakura for chakra. No. You're telling me he had enough chakra to give to Kakashi to where he'd be able to use Perfect Susanoo right off the bat? Nope. I'm not taking that. I'm just not. Kakashi's not even an Uchiha. Listen, back in part 1, it was already established that for someone who's not an Uchiha to use their abilities like the Sharingan, it takes an enormous amount of chakra. And if you don't believe me, you can go back to where Kakashi fought Itachi. I think it was for the first time. Itachi said, for someone who's not an Uchiha, no, I think Kakashi said this. He said he's right. Because I may have the Sharingan, but because I lacked the physical body, it takes a greater toll on my body than it would a normal Uchiha. He said that. You can go back and check. It's right there. So Kakashi using Perfect Susanoo right off the bat looks seemingly having no trouble using it at all. As a huge problem. And I don't understand how people can try to justify this. Oh well, Kakashi, he's the copy ninja. Oh, he just copied Sasuke's Perfect Susanoo. I mean, he has seen him use it multiple times before. Are you serious? I don't even understand how you could call that an argument. Kakashi being called the copy ninja is nothing special. Why? Because what was his first nickname? His first nickname was Kakashi of the Sharingan. What's the Sharingan give you the ability to do? Thank you. What's the Sharingan give you the ability to do? It gives you the ability to copy other abilities. That's obvious. People want to say, oh well, he's the copy ninja, or well, he's a special type of ninja. No. Before he even got the nickname Copy Ninja, he got the nickname Kakashi of the Sharingan. The only reason he was given the nickname Kakashi the Copy Ninja was because of the Sharingan. Every Uchiha is basically a copy ninja. because that's what the Sharingan gives you the ability to do. So no, that doesn't make any sense. Kakashi being a copy ninja makes no sense. Because it means nothing. It means nothing, to be honest. So I'm basically done ranting about this. Kakashi and Obito, son. These dudes they're crazy. To be able to destroy rules that was already established in the series so easily is crazy. It's crazy. It's insane. I've never seen it before. How characters could just destroy. How a character could die and still be doing things in the series. And I ain't talking about reanimation. I'm talking about dead, gone, gone, and still be blowing people's minds like that. It's insane. I'm done. I just wanted to give my input on all this because I felt like I didn't really say all I wanted to say in the chapter review. I didn't really know that much at the time, but now I did research it more. I've seen Jotun's video, but it just doesn't sit right with me, and I had to get this out because I already know there's gonna be people trying to defend it, and that's fine. I'm fine with that. But saying that this isn't inconsistent, a plot hole, is just false and not true. That's just fact. But yeah, I'm done. Game a lot's casual. I'm not even gonna ask you to like the video. Also subscribe. I just wanted to get my input out there. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Maybe seeing my views a little bit. And I'm done. I'm done.